Hey y'all, it's Vicki and welcome to another video. This is not Vlogmas, this is me reacting to Tim's rant video he put up last night. He didn't call it a rant, he called it he called it Evening Chat, my new 2022 Gold Wing DCT and shutting down the haters. Now he refers to us who make reaction videos to his videos. That's what I think I am. I go between being a truth teller to being just a reactionary channel. I am a reactionary channel, meaning that I just react to what he puts out. And I've got my notes. I got 5 pages of notes here that I'm going to bring up. And I've got my water dripping because, we're supposed to be close to 0 tonight as far as the wind chill. Let me go cut it off for now so y'all don't have to hear it. I may need to cut on the light. I didn't cut the light on, so. No, I'm not all dressed up and all that good stuff. Yes, I've got on my shirt that's 2 sizes too big, but that's the way I like it. And I've got on my Christmas pajamas at the bottom. My Bucky's hair thing, it's making me look like Pebbles. And I did put on a little bit of makeup, but not much. All right, now, this is, like I said, this is my reaction, rebuttal, whatever you want to call it, to his video. Now, in this video, he doesn't start out ranting. He says that he put up a video ranting, or he did a video ranting, but he didn't put it up. Why not? You put this one up. Anyway, I guess this one was much calmer because he talks, the video is over an hour long. 101.03. So it's 1 hour, 1 minute, and 33.03 seconds. So my guess, he did very little editing. Of course, I don't do that much editing either, but I prefer raw videos that, some editing, if it depends on the type of video you're doing. If you're just talking like I am right now, I want it raw. Okay. And sometimes I do cut some stuff out or I won't upload, but hey, when you're speaking from the heart, speak from the heart. Okay, first thing I wrote down. Tim says everyone has more than one watch band on their Apple Watch. That is definitely not true. Now, I don't have mine on right now. Should have put it on, but I didn't. I bought my watch 4 years ago with the pink band. I still have only the pink band, the pink silicone band. I have thought about ordering with others, but pink goes with everything. I like my pink band. So that's the first thing he's wrong about. There are people, such as me, that only have one band, and that's the band it came with. Now, he fusses every time he gets one of these Apple Watches. Now, if you remember, he got the gift card from Apple because of all the mess he went through when he returned that phone. This kind of tells me, because he's used the Apple card, that he didn't get anything from T-Mobile. That was the reason he said he was holding on to it. But we'll never hear that story. No. And he may have put it in that video that he didn't put up and decided he didn't want to tell everybody that. That's an assumption on my part and speculation. So that's an opinion. Please remember, that's not fact. Okay. The number 2 thing I wrote down was everyone collects Social Security at 62. That is not true. We all know that is not true. Everybody don't collect Social Security at 62. I didn't. There's many others. I know a few people that did. And I would say the majority of those that did, if you really sit down and ask them, would they do it over again? They'd say no. Unless they're rolling over with money. School teachers, people who has jobs that have, a lot of benefits, pension. I don't have a pension. I mean, I had a small pension from another company I worked for, but I didn't work for them but 14 years, so it's not that big. So, not everyone has pensions. It depends on where you worked at, where you live. In the South, pensions were not that big a thing. Sorry, I had to drink that because I'm yelling. All right. Number 3 that I'm disputing. The third leading cause of death is unintentional accidents. He said the third leading cause of death was doctors. It's not. It's unintentional accidents. Doesn't say that unintentional accidents are caused by doctors or the medical field. It could be you walk out here and get run over by a car. It could be, you did something in the house and set it on fire and you couldn't get out. There's all kinds of unintentional accidents. A drunk driver could kill you. It's not just medical. All right. Okay, the next one. He says politicians are only in it for themselves. I do agree with that to a certain extent, but I do think some of them do have a good heart and have good intentions. I don't think all of them do. I think the majority of them do not. I think they are in it for themselves. But to say all of them, that's just stretching it again. Okay, now the next one. Most YouTubers are Amazon affiliates. That is false. I would say maybe 10%. A lot of them, they have it in their description box, but they never promote it. And I would say maybe 2% of people do Amazon videos all the time. I do on occasion when maybe there's some big sale or whatever. But to say that they all, that's ridiculous. Yes, I have an Amazon link through my LTK, which is Like to Know It. That is who I have my affiliate links with. Also, I was invited to do the YouTube affiliate thing. And usually this is only for people that have 10,000 subscribers. Well, evidently they must think I'm close enough, even though I still think I'm far away. And congratulations to New York Dan on going over 10,000. And I'm sure a lot of that has to do with the AI videos that he's got, plus his cruise videos. But I'm happy for him. And I hope he gets to 20,000. I hope he passes Sarasota Tim in a year from now and gets to 100K. Congratulations to him. All right, now, matter of fact, I hope every one of them do. I'm not saying I will. That's not a goal of mine. My goal is one day at a time. If I get subscribers today, welcome. If I get, 100 likes today, thank you. But it's not something that I've got in my head. Okay, now let's get on to the hater channels. And we're at the hater channels at 7 minutes into this. And I'm just going to put this up as it is because I don't want to, if I think about it too long, it won't go up. Okay, Tim said his channel is popular. Well, that's debatable. Some stuck by, maybe 10. And I'm counting myself as 10 of them. No, I can't comment anymore. But I continue to watch him for whatever reason. Whether it be to get views on my channel or just because I'm curious. I do continue to watch him. Now, was I there from day one of his channel? No. I don't think anybody was there at day one left. I could be wrong. There might be one or two, but I seriously doubt it. There might be some that has watched all his videos, like me, but I am definitely not one of those he's counting. So I'm going to say there might be 8. Now, when I was watching, none of those women were commenting, or if they were hidden. I didn't see them, but anyway. And I've often wondered if those are not made-up accounts. I don't think they are, but you never know. All right, now. He says that our channel, or I'm going to say in my instance, because I do think he is talking about me at one point. My channel is built on hate, so he says. My channel, there's no hate whatsoever in my channel. If you call critiquing someone or giving my opinion hate, then so be it. But it never comes from a place of hate. I don't hate anyone on this app or anywhere else. There's some people I like to watch. There's some people I like to so-called hate watch. He's one of them. Also, if I'm going to spend time in my life to give him a view, then he should be appreciative. That's the way I look at it. Because I could choose to go on. And I would tell you right now, and that's why I took a break from him and said that I wanted to see how well his views did. Well, there was other people that didn't take breaks. And I think it would take all of us to take a break, and that's not going to happen. I mean, it's just not, and we can't call for that. That's against the rules, and I'm not going to. I do think he gets a lot of views because of us. I mean, I do. But whatever. I'm not trying to take his channel down. I've said before, that's not my goal. If I think he says something he shouldn't say, I'll call it out. But it's not my goal to get a channel down. You're stepping into levels that is not right ethically to me. But now to somebody else, it may be fine. But to me, ethically, it's not right. Even if he is giving misinformation, that is up to the YouTube world. They need to be the ones to take him down, not me. So, all right. And I put in here in my notes, if I'm going to watch your videos all the way through, you can bet I'm going to have an opinion, whether good or bad. And you got to take the good with the bad. I get bad comments every day. People don't like when I don't use the mic. Some people don't care. I did that survey. I prefer not using the mic when I'm in this room, and I'm not going to use it. If my refrigerator comes on and you hear it, I'm sorry. That everybody has a refrigerator that runs. At least I hope you do. And, I did cut the water off because I just felt like that might be something that is irritating you. When I listen to people who don't use mics, I'm not that concerned. Now, if they're outside and the wind is in the mic and it's just, you can't hear what they're saying, that's totally different. That's another reason why I don't film outside. But anyway, I digress and I'll go on. Okay, he says none of us make money off of his channel. That is completely false. Completely false. There are several of us that make money off his channel. And I'm going to put it to you this way. I average $100 a month. I did finally get $100 last month. So I will get a paycheck this month. Before it was at $99.83, I think, or something like that. But it finally went over $100 whenever they did the recalculations. So I'll get a check. And hopefully I'll get a check the next month and so on. Whether it's $100 or $1,000, it's all money to me. I can save it. I can spend it. I can use it on a bill. It doesn't matter. It's money. And when you are older, and I'm going to say this for everybody in the world that runs on money or, US dollars, I don't care how much it is. Every penny counts. Whether it's a mindset, or it's just another penny. I'm not saying we all worry about money every minute of the day like Tim does. But to me, if you're not worrying just a little bit that you're not going to have enough, then you really have a lot of money. And I would say that is millions and millions of dollars. That's just my opinion. And, like I said, even if I had $1 million or $2 million in the bank, I think I'd still worry that it would run out. All it would be, to me, would be take one medical problem and chances are it'd run out. I mean, really, that you wanted to spend the money for this, medication. And I'll get into that in just a minute. Okay, let's go on. Father, he is a bad father. He said something about it. We talked about he's a bad father. I don't think he's a great father. In my eyes, in my opinion, he's a bad father. He said we've proven, it's out there, that he didn't pay child support or he didn't pay enough child support, what he was supposed to. He himself said he canceled medical insurance for his family because he didn't want to pay for it. And then it's been proven that one of his sons has a restraining order against him. Well, and that's been proven. Whether it's still in effect or not, I doubt it, but it was out there. Okay. Another thing he said the other day was that he said he retired in 1992. Of course, we know he didn't draw Social Security at 1992 because, he wasn't but like 34, 35. I don't know. He was young. But guess what happened in 1992? He had a son born. His son Christopher was born in 1992. But yet he retired in 1992. Let that dwell in your head for a minute. No, he wasn't a millionaire. So just let it sink in. Okay. And then I put here, would a man get on and brag on YouTube about not having any responsibilities at any age if they truly love their children? Wouldn't you want the best for your children? I don't have children, but I can't imagine seeing my family who does, seeing how my mom raised me, that there ever goes a time, if you truly love your children, that you're not worried about them or you're not wanting the best for them. Okay, he goes on and talks about his subs, about YouTube takes away his subs and blah, blah, blah. It's not like nobody ever unsubscribes or unfollows, whatever you want to call it. Everybody knows you don't have to pay to subscribe. I mean, he throws that out there. I mean, only thing you got to pay if you want to join a membership. Yes, I have it because YouTube encourages it. But I mean, if you don't join, it's okay. It's okay. We'll move on. Okay, so I looked up how many subscribers he has today. Today, under livecounts.com, whatever the slash it is, it said he had 67,695. So he's getting ready to get back that 100 that he lost. So he has no reason to complain. To me, if I gain one a day, I'm happy. That's one more than I didn't have yesterday. And, you know, I have gained more this month than I have before. Maybe it's because of my shorts. I don't know. But like I say, welcome to anyone that's watching me that's new. All right. So toward the end of this video, he starts losing it. He starts talking about the AI videos. He starts talking into the phone just like he was talking to AI, telling them what kind of video to make. Could you be making your own videos, Tim? I don't know who some of these AI channels are. Could you be making your own? Anything's possible. Now, somebody may know who that one is that's got their name kind of like Tim. I don't know, but I don't know who it is. But if you do and you know it's not him, put it in the comments. I mean, you don't have to say who it is. Just say, no, it's not Tim. Because, honey, I don't put anything past him. All right, now, he also thinks we can't spell. He thinks that we're all drug addicts and alcoholics. Okay, I rarely drink. I had a taste of moonshine when we were over in Pigeon Forge last summer. I've not had anything since. I have no desire to drink. You know, every once in a while I think, well, I might fix me a drink tonight. And then I think, I don't need that. I've got my games to play that I'm addicted to. As far as medications, I take what my doctor prescribes. If you want to call me a drug addict for that, then go ahead. He says we say the F word a lot. Some do, some don't. I don't. I was raised not to say it, so I don't say it. I'm not going to say that sometimes I don't say it underneath my breath just to get something out, but I don't say it out loud. I'm going to say I don't ever, but it is very rarely that I have ever said that word out loud. And I'm proud of that. But hey, if you're raised in a different area where it's common, hey, have at it. It's something I've had to get past, and I have. I've got past it. All right. I said we're all different. What matters is what's in the heart. And that's exactly right. What matters is in the heart. Now, I don't get past the GD thing, but that's just me. All right. It says a few of us came on to him. Okay, I put on here, I never once ever came on to you. I might have given you compliments before I realized what an a-hole you really are, in my opinion. And the compliments might have been, when I first started watching them, I might have said, you look nice today, or, you know, that's just me. I like to compliment people. I don't care what you're doing. I still like to find something positive about the person. Okay, I have never once, ever, in my mind, in my head, in a video, anywhere said I wanted to marry you. I would never, ever, ever, ever marry you. That's what your fans say because they don't have nothing else to say. They don't understand why I talk about him. I've told you a million times. I talk about him because y'all want to watch. All right, now. And then I added this. I'm using your videos this month to make some extra cash so I can go back to Pigeon Forge because I have grown to love that area. I mean, if I can make extra money to take a trip through just talking about you, then why not? That's my point. I'm not saying anything really, truly bad other than I think you're an a-hole, and I do. But I'm not telling people to hate you. I don't hate you. I do wish that you could see the wrong that you've done. I'm not saying what I'm doing is right. It's not. But nobody's perfect. Okay. Then I put, I have been influenced by good channels like Ryan and Bree of Adventures Out There, Mike and Karen of Fridays Forever. And then I put, I want to talk just briefly about Mike. Mike is continuing to fight for his life. He's been moved to a larger hospital, more cardiac related. And I don't know where it's at. So anyway, I know that they are using a heart pump. They're replacing it and they're trying to make his heart stronger so that in 6 months he could handle a heart transplant. So that was my point, was you never know how much money you're going to need. I mean, I am sure that they don't have I'm pretty sure they had insurance, but I mean, probably the insurance will run out because there's always a maximum. So you're going to have to either depend on grants or, donations, stuff like that. I know I keep hitting the table, and I'm sorry. That, will help cover this cost. Anyway, you just never know. That's why I say you could have $1 or $2 million and it be gone in an instant. I mean, Mike is young. From what I can tell, this is just an opinion, he had the widowmaker heart attack. It's rare somebody makes it through that. Here's my thought. There's a reason he's still here. God's not given up on him yet. And let's just hope and pray that he does recover. But it's going to be a long road for him and Karen both. And I have loved them for a long time. They are one of the true, if I want to say there is a Christian family, I believe they are. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do believe they are a true Christian family. And if I wanted to tell you to watch a Christian family on this thing, I would say go back and watch their videos. Now, if you've never watched them, chances are you would be helping them. So I'm just letting you know. And I mean, there'll have to be a video made from them within 6 months or they'll lose their monetization. So I hope somehow she's able to put something up between them. And I'm sure that she's got enough support from the YouTube community that someone will let her know she needs to put up something. All right. And I know they had some films that were recorded that they had not edited. And I know Mike did all the editing, but maybe Karen could learn to do some editing to get those videos up and, so they won't lose their monetization. I know that the monetization is not that important, but it's important when you've done it as long as they have. I mean, he's a photographer by trade, plus a retired minister, but you don't want to lose it if you've had it unless you just don't care anymore. And I know that's not the most important thing, but I'm sure that Mike misses doing that. So anyway, got to go on. This video is getting too long. Okay, and I also put that Mike continues to fight for his life. And then I put also Yankee in the South influenced me. I know they get a lot of hate. Tim cannot compare to the hate they get. I mean, I don't care what he says. They get more hate than any channel I know of at this time. And do they deserve that much hate? No. I don't think so. But do you find some of their videos kind of cringy? Maybe. But they still influence me. And then I put Derek and Shonsky, who I've mentioned before, who, they continue to influence me. They go to these restaurants around here that make me want to go. Like last night I went to Dario's, which is a It's a little chain of fast food restaurants. It's kind of just in North Carolina. Never been there. Probably wouldn't have been there if it hadn't been for them. So they continue to influence me. The only thing you do, Tim, is continue to make me want to keep talking about you and filling up my cup of pennies. I think that's it. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to end the video right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you got to the end, let's see. If you got to the end, what kind of emoji can we put up? I got company. So let's put up I don't know. Just put up a heart. Talk to y'all later. Red heart. Talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.